This is Johnson May Productions, Urban Media. I'm your host, John 2IG, and today I have a special guest on our media panel. Someone who's definitely had a hand in raising me and helping me evolve into the man that I am today, and very important, integral part of what we do over here at Johnson May Productions. Um, Special guest, the one and only my big brother, Jeff G. Welcome.
Hey, glad to be here. We finally got this thing going.
Yeah, man, we finally getting it cracking. Finally. I know we've been talking about doing the podcast forever. Didn't get a chance to do it when you were here, a month ago. So, but we can definitely do the Zoom. I know you're down in the ATL and I'm in OKC. So, how you
Oh
liking
yeah.
it down there? How you liking the ATL, man?
Well, I tell people all the time when they ask me, I say it's been an experience. It's been some good stuff, been some bad stuff, but that's anywhere you are. But all in all, it's been a blast, and it's definitely a environment of opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just not just for Black folks, but just opportunity period for everyone. We got all the Hollywood, you know, coming in here. Is this actually the ATL is called the New Hollywood,
Mm-hmm.
and there's a lot of things popping off here. You know, so yeah, I'm in a good place, a good spot.
Yeah, yeah, that's what's up. So I'm in my 50s now, and you're in your 60s, man. How are you keeping your groove going after 60?
Positivity, positivity. If you don't stay positive, then you're at the mercy of all the elements that's out there. So you got to be your own cheering section, and you can't depend on no one else to do that but you. So that, along with doing the proactive things like living well, eating well, exercising, along with, like I just said, in terms of where your mind is at. So that plays a big part.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I can dig that. Yeah, I know. You're a martial artist. You know what I'm saying? I'm trained in martial arts back in the day, years ago, and I have drew my interest in martial arts as a kid. Does that play a factor in as far as keeping you grounded and just on a spiritual level, and just maintaining your health and just exercise and that kind of thing?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, because there's a certain amount of discipline, to be a martial artist. But like anything, there's good martial artists and there's bad martial artists. Just like there's good cops and there's bad cops. It just depends on where you're at. But generally, it's about discipline. To be in the martial arts, you have to be disciplined in a lot of areas, as far as exercising, uh, dieting, and like I said, it all goes back to up here, your mind, your thoughts. You got to have a positive outlook, a positive flow generating inside, and that is a reflection on how well of a martial artist you can be, in my opinion.
Yeah, yeah. That is the brain is the most important muscle in your body, isn't
Yeah, it is. Yes, it is. A lot of
it?
people not aware of that.
Yeah, yeah, that's I'd had mentioned on my podcast, frequently about ignorance over intelligence, man. I think we definitely have an abundance of ignorance, these days, and you would think in modern times in 2021, man. I mean, we are living in the future, man. Things that we watched on TV years ago, like the Jetsons and all that, and
Yep.
different things. We think we'd be farther advanced as a society. And I know we spoke the other night on the phone, man. We're talking about just certain things that we were gonna rap about on today's show. But we're both old school, man. We grew up, back in the day. And how do you reference? We talk about the old neighborhood a lot, 81st Street and stuff. How do you reference that time period as far as like in the Black community to today's modern times? I mean, like what is the what's the difference? I mean, I know we can talk about a lot of things, but in your opinion, like
Oh
what's
yeah.
different?
Well, yeah, we kind of like discussed this on occasion. And actually, the last time I was there, okay, like I told you, I went by the old neighborhood, check things out. And yeah, it's a whole different dynamic, as far as the way it's kept, or should I say, lack of upkeep in the old neighborhood. And I think that's a reflection as far as the people who inhabited the neighborhood, their mindset today versus back then. There was a whole lot of there was a lot of more people who really cared about their neighborhood, their neighbors, themselves in general. They just had a whole different mindset back then, that reflect within the neighborhood. And, like I said, when I was there, I went by the neighborhood and it's like a whole different dynamic. And that just tells me it's a reflection on the people that live there now, how they feel about their themselves, their neighbors, it's crazy.
Yeah. It looks like something out of a Mad Max movie, man. It's just, man, I was depressed when I went over there and looked around, but I remember a thing called Black Pride, back in the day. I mean, people was like really took pride in their property. The yards were manicured, and
Yep.
grass was kept up, trees and hedges were cut, and like you said, it was more community based. You had neighbors that because a lot of times I remember back in the 70s as a young boy, most families only had one vehicle, and so if say a dad was gone to work or something or whatever, and mom was cooking, she couldn't get to the store, like if Aunt Elsie or somebody was gone, you can go knock on the neighbor's door and get a cup of flour or a cup of sugar or some oil or something to keep on and finish cooking. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, I don't think you can do that nowadays. It's just
No, it's I put it like this. I'm sure it still exists, but it's sort of off balance to where it doesn't seem like it actually is there still. But in some cases, I'm sure there's some of that still lingering in some situations in some neighborhoods. But yeah, it's I don't want to sound stereotype about my own people, but we have a way of doing a number on ourselves, and then a lot of people tend to piggyback on that and say, "See, I told you this is how they are,"
Yeah.
So that and that brings up another conversation that we've had on several occasions, about doing business with your own kind. You got to be very selective when making that approach.
Yeah, that's a shame, man. And that also factors in to relationships, between the sisters and brothers. You know what I'm saying? We got this. There's a hot topic going around talking about high value. Who's high value and this, that, and the third. I actually did a podcast about it last month, and I think it's just a lack of respect, man. A lot of times, I'm not trying to generalize, the sisters or anything, but you got a lot of them out there that want what they can't have. They want that six-figure guy. You got to have a six-pack, six-figure, 6 feet tall. You know what I'm saying? You got to, drive a Lamborghini and and okay, so if you find that man, what you gonna do? I mean, what you gonna bring to the table? And if you're looking on optics, you lost anyway. You know what I'm saying? You might be missing. You might have a jewel right there in the rough, but you over there chasing something else, you know.
Yeah.
I just remember, you know, black men and women were more accepting of each other. You know, maybe it had something to do with segregation. I don't know, but it's just nowadays it's a trip, man. I mean, you know, I'm still a single man, you know, out here in my 50s. I'm just like, man,
Yeah.
it's
Right.
fun, you know. It's
Yeah.
funny, man. I mean, you know, you down there in the ATL. I know you ran all them Georgia pizzas. I mean, but you seeing a lot, probably seeing a lot more diversity down there, and I mean, than I am up here. In your opinion, what's the, you know, what's holding us back on that, man? I mean,
Well, I think it starts with a person's within. It starts with you first. You know, your perception, your state of mind as to where you're at reflects on who you cater to, who you allow in. Okay, it starts with you first. You know, if your head is all over the place, then that's what you're going to get. You're going to get all over the place as far as your encounters. You know, so if you don't have a certain amount of confidence in yourself, I mean, you don't come out the womb, you know, all bold and confident and everything. Of course not. A lot of times it's developed with a lot of people, and again, there's some people who is born with a certain amount of confidence and drive, in spite of their circumstances and situations. So it's just coming to a point to where, you know, you have to become one with yourself. There's a saying by this philosopher. His name is Rumi, Rumi, and his statement is basically, as you start on your way, the way appears. Okay, so your journey to finding yourself, you know, requires you to make the effort in that direction. You know, you'll never get there, you'll never grow, you'll never prosper, you'll never elevate until you actually make a decision to get started on self-development. And it starts there. Then you start making better decisions about money, relationships, whatever. You know, you got to build a certain amount of toughness, confidence, like I said, within yourself. And that's going to be a reflection on what path you take or don't take in life.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's game, man. That's true game. You know, that's something. You know, there's an overwhelming abundance of entitlement these days. You know, instead of people going out there and actually doing the work. You know, actually putting in work, man. I mean, it's like, you know, I took a test yesterday, man, and I don't think I did too good on the Excel, so I got to go back and take some classes. You know, to kind of sharpen my game up on that. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
You know, so that's I mean, you know, it's nobody's fault. It's just that things have changed, they've evolved, and I got to change. If I'm gonna stay in the game, I got to evolve with it. You know,
That's right. That's right.
No, I mean, this technology we got now, I'm still trying to embrace. You know, we're on the Zoom chat. Who would have thought a year ago I'd have been doing this? You know, so but it's a lot of fun. I enjoy it. You know, I enjoy getting up and, you know, on YouTube and just, you know, trying to relate something, a different perspective, a different approach. I think you know, old school brothers like ourselves, you know, got a lot to say, you know, got a lot to bring to the table, and not gonna just sit back and just fall back and not at least make a contribution of some kind. You know, because believe it or not, young people do listen. The ones who are trying to grow and absorb information are listening. You know, so
Yeah.
you know, if it ain't with one or two people, man, you reach somebody. You know,
That's right.
So yeah, it's definitely important, man. You know. Shoot, bro, you got anything else you want to wrap about before we wrap things up? I know it's kind of a short little meet and greet, but we're gonna do it again for sure.
Wow. No, we pretty much, you know, hit some bullseyes. I mean, yeah, that's always, you know, something to rap about. But the thing is, it becomes a repetitive. It's like you're recycling, you know, conversations and topics a lot of times. So a lot of times people don't realize that, you know, they tend to, I guess, it's like an echo. You know, they say one thing and it just reverberates within their own head, and but they still don't get it themselves. You can talk the talk, but are you walking the walk?
Mhm.
See, you know, talking positive and saying some fancy quotes or whatever from time to time is cool and all like that. But the bottom line, at the end of the day, you know, you must actually make the effort toward whatever you're saying. You know, as a man thinketh, so is he or she, for that matter.
Mhm.
Okay. So apply things into motions. That's when I think you actually see or start to see uh, a difference in your life, and you see things come in fruition toward you, and you grasp a whole different mindset or insight about, you know, your own existence. See, so like I said, it comes down to, you know, getting in touch with yourself. You know, sometimes you have to, you know, get lost to find yourself.
No
A
doubt.
lot of times, yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
no doubt.
But yeah, it's applying whatever you think that's beneficial or that you heard or that makes sense to you, applying that within your own life, your own walk. And by doing that, you start to see a difference in yourself. I think I mentioned this to you the other night. You know, you got to let go of some things in order to grasp onto the new things.
Mhm.
I use relationships, for example. You know, if you're going to find that queen that you say you want to have, that you feel you deserve, and you do, you know, well, then you got to let go of what that ex did to you. I told you before, don't let your ex mess it up for your next.
Mm. Okay.
Okay, so you got to apply that thought process in other areas of life, you know, and it don't have to be a relationship. It can be a friendship, you know, with a guy. You know, you got guy friends out there that can steer you the wrong way if you're not grounded within yourself, if you're not confident within, you know, your decisions and what you feel is right or wrong, you know. So to me, with me, it all starts with, like I said before, finding yourself, finding confidence, being establish some ground rules, and don't let anybody rock your world or shake you from it. Okay, especially if you put God in that equation, you can't go wrong.
Okay. All right, Mr. Philosopher. Shoot. dropping jewels on a Sunday evening. I can dig that, man. All right.
Yeah,
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 right on. Yeah, now I know somebody gonna hear that, and they're gonna definitely take that and they're gonna minister it into their life. I guarantee you, man.
yes,
That's golden. Really nice.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know.
That's a winner right there. That's a sure win.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah, yeah, no doubt, man. Well, bro, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up, man. I can't tell you, man, how much I appreciate you and everything, you know what I'm saying, that you've done, you know what I'm saying, going all the way clear back to when I was with one, 1
Yeah,
year old. You know, I still get those old pictures, you know, more baby pictures, you know, you picking me up, throwing me up in the air and stuff, you know. All the way up until now, you know, in the 50s, you know. So definitely, man, there's no me without Jeff G, you know, and everybody else, you know, involved, you know, throughout the years, you know, definitely been missed and appreciated. But
mm-hmm.
but yeah, man, we're gonna sign off and we're gonna let's do this again, bro. You know, let's do it again. You know what I'm saying? One day, you know, when we get some free time, let's link up and do another chit chat. You know, if you
Sure.
if you'd like to come back, you know, definitely. You know, we talk about by then I come up with something new we can talk about. You know, figure something else out. You know.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Just let me know. Pull on my coattail, and we'll get connected.
All right, bro, for sure. All right. Well, folks, thanks for watching and tuning in. Oh, and congratulations on the new truck, bro. Once again.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I'm digging. I was looking at that picture
I'm
right
enjoying
before.
it.
Yeah, I was looking at that picture right before we got on here. I was thinking, man, I gotta get one of them, man, for sure. You know.
Oh man, I'm telling you, I was riding. Don't get me wrong. I felt blessed for what I had before I got the truck,
Yeah,
but I'm so glad to be riding high again.
for sure.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah, I'm loving it.
Yeah, for sure, man. I'm happy for you, man. Well, all right, folks, we're gonna get on out of here and we'll see you again on the next one. Peace and blessings. Y'all take care. Remember, your health is your wealth. Take care. Bye-bye.